Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Jimena Among Words. So today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite books of all time, and I will try to explain why these are my favorite books, because 3 of them are kind of controversial. So please, if you enjoy these kind of topics, please stay with me and let's get started. Okay, so my 5th favorite book is One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. In this book, we follow a group of 5 teenagers that are spending a day in detention, and suddenly everything changes when one of them dies. So in this book, we follow all that happens after that person died, because his death was very suspicious and everything around it was not that common to see. So it was a very mystery book. So if you're really into these kind of books about mystery and murder, this would be your call. And also it has a little bit of romance, but it's not the main topic. So I love this book because of the character development that we see in each one of them. Like after the death, we see that this situation actually affected each one of them. So we feel them very human, more than just words in a piece of paper. So I think that's why I loved about it, and also the friendship that each one of them has. It's just so cool to see, and I actually felt part of this group of friends. So if you're willing to read some kind of mystery books, I will totally recommend you to read One of Us is Lying. So my first favorite book is Need You by Estelle Masquim. Okay, this is actually the sequel to Love You by the same author, and in this story we follow Eden and Tyler. Eden moves to her father's place, and her father just married another woman, and this woman happens to have other child, Tyler. So they go through a lot of things, a lot of drama, if you wanna say so, and they start falling for each other. And it's kind of crazy because they're step siblings, and it's like you cannot date your step brother. But in this story, it's like so much more than that. It's a very deep story, and I think that the thing that I love the most about this book, it's also the character development that we see in Tyler, because we read a Tyler from the first book to this one. This one, we feel Tyler like a new whole person, and I think that's something that really helped the story to evolve better. And also I would like to give a trigger warning, because this book also talks about a lot of addictions, drug addictions and alcohol addictions, and also it talks a lot about physical abuse. So if you're triggered by this kind of topics, this might not be your series, but if you're not and you're willing to read a cute love story, this might be your cup of tea. So my third favorite book is The On-Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. I actually read this book like 2 weeks ago, and I really liked it. I finished it in like 2 days, so it's a very quick read. So in this book we follow Olive. She has this twin sister. Her twin sister is like the luckiest person alive, and in the other hand we have Olive, and she's nothing like that. The thing is that in the night of her twin sister's wedding, every one of the guests get food poisoned by the food that they were serving at the buffet, and everyone get food poisoned but Olive. And so her sister tells her to take her honeymoon to Hawaii, and Olive is like, yeah, of course I'm gonna take that. But the thing is that she has to go with Ethan, and you may be asking, who is Ethan? Ethan is the groom's brother, but the thing is that they really hate each other. So in the honeymoon we get to see them, how they evolve in this kind of environment of hate to love. I really like this book because it was very cute to read, and you can feel that there is a lot of attraction between Olive and Ethan since the first line we read about them. And so if you're willing to read a very romantic book and hate to love kind of book, this might be your cup of tea also. And it's also a very quick read, and it's happening all around and in Hawaii, so you really feel like you're there. So I really recommend you to read this book. Okay, so my second favorite book final book in the After series, and it's like the book. It's the book that we needed in the series to be like perfect for me. So in this book talks about this toxic relationship between Hardin and Tessa, and we follow their relationship since the day they met till the ending. And I really get why people hate this book. I mean, Hardin is very toxic, and also is Tessa, but Hardin is between the both of them. Hardin is the toxic one. So yeah, in this, but the thing that I loved about these books was the character development. I know that I've said that a lot, but this character development is like one of the greatest character developments I've ever read. Like, we read a Hardin from the first book to a Hardin that is in the last book. He really changed its personality because he wanted to be with Tessa, and Tessa told him to change himself and being able to be together. If he was able to change that part of him, that wasn't going to make them happy if they were together at the end. So I get why a lot of people hate it. It's very controversial, and a lot of people actually really hates these books. But I think it's there's a message behind this final book, and also the author said that the thing that she wanted to reflect throughout these books is for the readers to take those mistakes that the main characters did throughout the books, and not make them in real life. So I think that that's very important to take. And yeah, so if you're willing to read these kind of books, and also there's also a trigger warning of alcohol addiction. So if you are triggered by those kind of topics, this might not be your cup of tea. And also, if you're going through a kind of toxic thing in your life, this may not be also your books. But yeah, I love the book, and it was very emotional, and it felt like so real, like it was actually happening in real life. So I think that's the thing that I stick with it that much. So yeah, after ever happy. And last but not least, my favorite book of all time is Forbidden by Tabitha Suzume. Okay, in this book we follow a group of siblings. The main ones are Loken and Maya. The thing is that they have to take care of their little siblings because their mother is addicted to alcohol, and also she spends most of her time not taking care of her children but spending with a strange man. So we follow the story that Loken and Maya have to take care of their siblings because her mother is always absent in their lives. So because they are so broken, they are a big broken family, but Loken and Maya are the ones that are suffering the most. They start falling for each other. They start falling in love with each other. But the thing is that they are blood siblings, and you know that they can be together because that's like a big taboo in nowadays society. But the thing that I loved about this book was that it, of course, is full of sadness because of all of everything that's happening around them, but it makes you want them to be together, even though you know that they are siblings. It's pure magic. And I know it sounds kind of terrifying to read about, but if you're willing to get into the story, you will start to like the characters. And when you start liking the characters, I think that's one of the most important things for a book to be one of your favorites. So you really want them to be together, but you know they can't. But at the same time, you want to support their bad relationship. And it's so much more than just a relationship. It's everything that they try to do for their little siblings when their mother is absent. So it's a very family thing. And I also like to give another true warning for this book because, you know, it deals a lot with alcohol addiction and these romance that not a lot of people approves. But if you really read about it, you will start to understand why this is my favorite book of all time. So yeah, Forbidden by Tabitha Suzume is my favorite book. So before I finish, I would like to tell you guys that I know that most of the books that I mentioned talk about a lot of hard topics such as addictions, physical abuse, toxicity, and I know that most of you guys may not think that I am happy that easily about these books, because society nowadays has been evolving and teaching us that some of those topics in books may not be that very good to read about. But I think it's very important for us, young audience, to read about these kind of topics, because we can learn from the characters, we can learn from the authors about how these books may be in our lives and how we can see ourselves in the characters. So I'll be leaving a link down below to an article that will tell you more about books talking about hard topics, such as the ones that I have already said, and you will have more knowledge about why books should really be talking about this kind of topics. So yeah, guys. Well, guys, that was it for today. So I hope you really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it, and I hope you really will be able to read at least one of the books that I already mentioned, because they're my favorites, so I want everybody to read it. So please don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button also. And yeah, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you really love this video. Thank you. Bye, guys.